All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, great. Don't tell me the audio ducking is broken already. We already tested this. No, it's working correctly, just not for that. Okay, good to know, good to know. Welcome to day 2 of our Skaven Haven. Playing Total War Warhammer 2. It's out in about a week or so. And we're playing through the Skaven campaign with Lord Skrolk, who is the plaguey guy, as opposed to the stab people kind of guy. It should hopefully be a fun time. We had an absolute clusterfuck of a fight last time around, which we came out victorious despite being ambushed and going up against 3 armies and being outnumbered 2-1, which was pretty fun. I enjoyed doing that very, very much. In the meantime, just a warning for anybody that's coming in from Reddit, since I know you're all very easily triggered by things like losing one Skaven slave, not panning the camera correctly, panning the camera too correctly, winning too many fights, not winning too many fights, engaging in war in a game called Warhammer. We've got just a little warning for you, or maybe a welcome video, one could say. It looks something like this.
Welcome to my fuck house.
Welcome to Lord Skrolk's fuck house, and we will be continuing right now. Cool. He says as he spills drink all over his crotch. Well, that's a great start. Alright, so last time we mispositioned our units and ended up in a 3 versus 1 army fight, which we won. We have a backup army with a lot of our catapults that are coming in, and as a result of them sacking a ton of their units and losing things like their elite Hell Pit Abomination, I think at least one of their leaders got killed. They lost a bunch of Poison Wind Globadiers. Most of them, they're down to basic units. Like, this entire army is Skaven slaves. They will get obliterated. They've got the numbers, but they don't have the skill. So we're going to make good use of that. And as it turns out, Loathsome Appearance was probably what won us that fight, simply because we were able to do a fairly significant amount of damage and scare away pretty much everything. So it worked pretty well. I think I'm going to grab Voice of the Horned Rat. That leadership effect is proving to be very useful. So we're going to pick that up. And in the meantime, we can probably just try to see what we can kind of do here. We are in full-on siege mode, I think, at the moment. But the problem we currently have is that we've got some issues with reinforcement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break that siege, because I want both of these units to be in the fight if they decide to go for us. The last time we got the positioning wrong and fucked it all up, so I'm going to make sure we do it right this time.
My eyes gone, but I see.
We will not be able to replenish here unless we encamp. That would allow us to do just that. And that's probably a decent idea. We could merge some units together. That would be a nice quick way, for instance, of getting these 2 weakened units into a position where they could actually be useful fighting units again. Just the stuff that's really kind of low. Those plague monks. A pretty high level. And then we can maybe merge just these 2 together as well. There we go. So army's in a bit of a better spot now with some complete units, but we should get those back relatively quickly. Alright, in terms of recruitment, we could do some global recruitment, but yeah. We would need to do it from here. Is it even worth the trouble? I mean, it would take 4 units. The upkeep, as you can see, for these is a joke right now, but the initial cost is extremely expensive. Plague Monks as well. Super, super cheap. We could recruit a couple of units of Plague Monks and have them come over here in the next couple of turns. That would probably be okay. I don't mind spending that much, but at the moment, we are trying to build up this. So if you remember correctly, last stream, we took the capital of the Lizardmen from right under their nose and actually destroyed their faction completely. So we have a ton of stuff that we can build here. allowing things like, you know, getting storm vermin up and unlocking ferocious plans, which is a very, very big deal. There's just a lot of options here. And we can even get the Itza landmark if need be, so... recruitment and the ability to research is important. You do get it quite late with the Skaven. So that is a little bit of a bind, so I'm just like, what do I spend on here? You know, that income is good, but it's 4,000 investment, takes 5 turns to build. I'm thinking the clan armory might be the way to go. We will need a construction cavern or warp forge, which looks like that's tier 3, and I'm probably going to be building that here anyway, because I'm looking to get that. I also, as you can see, have the growth fats. They're now done? Yeah, so I can get rat ogres, which is something we haven't had up to this point. We haven't had a big hard-hitting melee unit. So I can see the usefulness of that. And of course, you got your death runners here. And you got a runner slingers. That also unlocks the hero equipment for assassins. So that's probably pretty good. And it gets devious plans. So we're going to get that. I think we can now research then. Not quite. So we're obviously missing a plan. I think it said it unlocked monstrous plans, but I think you need something before that. They actually reworked this tech tree since I played the preview build. It's a little bit different. Alright. That's fine. And as long as those two are together, we could chase that down and finish them off. I mean, if anything, we can actually do some pretty massive damage with our Plague Claw catapults here. I think that may or may not be in reinforcement range. Well, we can always save and make sure we don't screw it up. If we can kill one of their lords, that would be a great idea.
Bring decay.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna suck for you, right. Well, I think we can auto-resolve that. Yep. Crushed him, killed the lord, getting that lord out of the way, very important. We like it, we like it. Don't think we even lost anything, because the Plague Claws just killed everything. Nice. And we have been trying to work on this guy's leveling. He's getting a little crappy with that at the moment. We'll take that back later. We wanted to make him like a huge, massive badass, and that's currently what we're working on. As you can see, these warlords can get a rat ogre mount at level 9, so they become absolute just disaster areas. Very, very hard to kill. You know what I mean? At the moment, we're just going to be upgrading Blade Master, making him a better kind of melee assassin character. Got a second one there.
Pestilence will rule the world.
I'll probably have to, I just want to pull him back. I'm not sure if he's within... actually, we can't pull him back. I think he'll be fine, even if they attack. It's just Skaven slaves. Like, what the hell are they going to do?
Move your tails.
The answer is probably not much. The rest of their army got really battered, and I think we can just build the siege equipment and get ready to go. And then we can bring our reinforcements in after that. I'm going to hold the siege for the time being, until I can bring the rest of my army in. Yep, rats that ride bigger rats. Always a good way to do it. What is that giant stegodon, and why is it close to me? I hope that's just a little map doodad and not an actual army coming to murder me. So we've got a bunch of high elves up there we might have to deal with at some point. Yeah, I think the stegodon might actually be a resource in the Headhunter's jungle. We'll be trying to take this because quest objective, it's also a ritual building objective. So if we're able to build that, we can really accelerate our ritual process, which currently we can't do. We're kind of being beaten by these guys. You get those ritual sites. We already know that the High Elves have one of them called the Arc Span. Alright, we are slowly regenerating here. We're kind of not quite where we need to be, but probably enough to break these guys, I would think. I'm going to give them one more turn of working on it. Do I want to do the dominating scheme right now? I don't know. A lot of this is down to these schemes are awesome, but don't use them unless you absolutely need them because their cooldown is massive. That's what a lot of it comes down to. Public order is decaying a little bit, so I think we're going to go that, and that also unlocks ruthless plans, so let's get our tech rolling. We've had all sorts of problems with that. It looks like they've split it down to maybe 4 or 5 different sets of plans now. Oh, those were dead up there? Alright, okay. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to lose my giant capital building.
Tell me why I should not.
Oh, you're not going to declare war on me, are you? I'm really busy over here. Okay. Right. I already did the intervention army. It failed miserably. So, that wasn't great. We're probably good to go, I think.
I am the Plague Lord.
Yes, we get the point.
Pestilence stalks.
Let's see if I've still got that quest for the Vampire Coast, don't I? Let's have a word with them. I wish that would just click right through, but it doesn't. Vampire Coast, where are you? They hate my guts, alright. But they don't like Clan Spittle very much, so there is that. Alright, maybe if I throw just a little bit of cash at you, you might be alright with that. Not a huge amount, but that might be enough to push it over the edge, and it's not. Okay. I think next turn it might be. Our relations are improving as we continue to attack here. I am worried about these dwarves. They just ended the non-aggression pact. I was kind of prepared for this, as that's why I built a pretty strong fortification here. I'll probably have to go even higher than that, though, by the looks of it. I'll have to go up to 3,000 and get the big fortifications. They're not going to survive anything more than the minor siege. Skaven corruption is negative basically across the board for everybody, including Skaven, so you do want to watch out for that. Alright, I think we're going to go at them then. We can break this siege. We have the artillery for it.
Fight! Kill! Death frenzy!
And with all of those spells we got, I think we'll be just fine. Like I said, look at that army, like, half of their army's just Skaven slaves. They're gonna get decimated. Their warlord's almost dead. We can probably just kill them with artillery. And if their warlord breaks, they'll probably just break immediately. So this is what a Skaven fort looks like. Bit shitty, as you can see. We've got the warpstone towers, though. I don't know if they have actual full-on towers. Obviously, you could get really powerful towers, but I don't think those are them. Our little siege towers, they get a little warp lightning thing on top as well, which is kind of neat. Alright. We're probably going to go right at them. So I see no reason why not. In terms of everything else, we'll keep them back. As we've demonstrated, the Night Runners are extremely effective when it comes to dodging attacks. So they can be used as an effective missile screen. And of course, the rest of my other Warlord's army is coming in relatively shortly, so... So our priority at the moment would be to just break this completely. And smash everything that's on their walls. We'll get everything else in while we can. Not sure, if we can get some siege towers in there, so much the better. We'll get our warlord forward. Yeah, if we're going to eat some of that, that might be a problem as well. I'm not sure why the catapults are continuing to move forward. Maybe stop. You are way too close. Let's focus the fort towers down. I think they were attacking a specific unit and they decided to... they kited it back. What we need to do is nail what's on that wall. They've got globadiers up there, which are going to be quite unpleasant. Alright, the rest of our army moved in where? Off to the right, okay. They can honestly just probably attack from here and all get up there without too much of a problem, really.
Yes, no, no!
And we'll get Lord Squawk to start dropping plagues and stuff on them. Put some holes through their lines. I think we're going to end up demolishing our own siege tower if we keep missing like that. Yeah, I think our siege tower's taking more hits than their tower actually is. Bit messy. Yeah, we'll go just fire at will with them right now and decimate whatever's on the walls. You get up there. Let's see what else we can cast at them. Lots of things is the answer to that. Like, I don't know, plague monks right behind him. That's always good. Clan rats just to tie him up there. Ideally, you want Lord Squawk on the walls because he's got a bunch of really nice breath attacks that you can't use directly on the walls. Alright. We've done a lot of damage to what's on the walls now, so we'll just go and murder them now, I think. And bear in mind that most of that stuff's just Skaven slaves, so they're not even that tough. Fire at will. Hit whatever you want. Skaven units are very disposable. We're not too worried about losing them. Alright, Skrulk is on the wall. That means we can throw some nasty bullshit at them, like summon a unit of plague monks down there.
Vermintide comes.
That's a few mana issues.
Bless
Oh, we can't use the breath attack on a wall. Alright, well, let's get him down there then.
starry race.
Put some more clan rats in the mix. Just need to put some big AoE through them. There we go. There's some nice damage. Don't mind if I hit my own clan rats with that. Who cares? Speaking of that warlord, where the hell is he? Doing absolutely nothing. Okay, you know what might be a good idea? Getting up on the wall and actually causing some damage. Alright. Let's send our next wave in. Get him up. Get our night runners in range so we can provide some range support. Catch those broken units. Put the enchantment on the plague monk, so they should decimate that. Now, where is their leader? Like, did we kill him? Where is he exactly? He's right there. Okay. So, if possible, we need to kill him, because he's very, very low on HP. Oh god, those guys just got knocked off the walls. This is a lovely mess, isn't it? My favorite kind of mess. But more clan rats getting up the walls. We should take control of that any moment.
Retreat! Surrender!
Yes. You go, sod off.
Lord Sprout!
As for Lord Skrulk, you can get to the murdering.
Plague monks to me!
Alright, he's on the wall now. Need some Helma Discord. Get some more clan rats in the mix. Not sure if we did get his leader. He's probably run off in that direction. Yep, that's exactly what he's done. But sir, won't we hit our own troops? Well, yes, but we'll hit theirs as well. That's Skaven for you. We don't care if we're hitting our own troops. Makes it more fun that way. In fact, take all the artillery and directly target their warlord, if you don't mind. Because I don't like the fact that he's still alive. It's really actually pissing me off. Alright, you lot did quite well for yourselves. So you go and do something else.
Mighty warlord, baby!
Get these guys down. We're trying our best to hit him. We've almost got him. There he is. He's down. Alright. Yeah, they're gonna all break now, I think. They're all pulling back to try and defend the objective. Let's get our ranged troops on the wall so we can start firing down on them. And we'll have our artillery just bombard the units that remain over here. What's left of them? Well, there ain't a lot. Misjudged where that was supposed to be. Never mind. Feel free to murder him at any time. Wow, I wonder if that actually does anything, or if that's just a really cool effect. You see that warp lightning between those two little gibbets there? It's pretty nice. Alright. There we go. We did a pretty solid job of obliterating them there. Losses, minimal. Like I said, once we killed those elite units in the last battle, they had no chance of holding. Like, Skaven slaves aren't gonna hold shit. Lots of food, and... I'll take level 3. That's okay. This is going to be sort of the centerpiece of this area anyway. Lots of warpstone, and hopefully we can build that ritual site, assuming it's not already up. It actually is. So there's a garrison warpstone deposit right here, which may very well be... Oh, that's what caused them to have a Hell Pit Abomination. That's cool. That means we get one too. Even better. So we'll fix that up. They also have a docks, which is going to give us nice growth. So, all things considered, this worked out very nicely, really. Ooh, yes, Poison Wind Globadiers. That's something we don't currently have. The question is, where do I want to build Plague Claw catapults? Probably here, at the Altar of the Horned Rat, rather than over here in Itza. Because if I get the Plague Monk buildings and the Plague Claw catapults, then I can recruit so much of that for so little. There's a 5,000 gold investment, but that means we could keep going up and getting the Warp Lightning Cannons and the Doom Wheels here, so. Difficulty is on normal, for those who ask. And I can confirm that by simply going here and showing you that everything is on normal.
Stink of command.
Someone will claim that's photoshopped. Right. That's all dealt with, and for this region, we only need one more place, which is the place that we lost earlier, which is fine. We can head over there. In fact, I'm just gonna probably send Triven straight over there, really. And then he can investigate it, do a little treasure hunt, take that area back, and we can rebuild it. And then we'll probably have to turn our attention to the dwarves, because they're getting a little pissy over there, and they're probably going to take that out on us some point in the not-too-distant future. So we do need to keep an eye out on that. Let's grab the scavenge pile there as well. Let's try and get this corruption down. Sort of our base area. We don't want it to get completely messed up, if we can avoid it. We still haven't taken the main area here, which is that right here, and then kayaks to the side. But we didn't have the food before, so we weren't really able to make that happen. I'd have been very interested in naval combat. It's unfortunate they don't have it. It's probably one of the biggest failings of the two Total War Warhammer games. I think there's all sorts of really cool opportunities to do awesome stuff with naval combat in the Warhammer universe, especially since, you know, there's something called Man of War, which is exactly that, so... Alright, we now have diplomacies. Research, sorry. So, you start with devious plans. I think you can get ferocious plans if you happen to get the right thing, and then you sort of go from there. And there's some nice stuff. Plans within plans, and all sorts of stuff like that. Upgrading plague claws, and... yeah, just a bunch of generally useful stuff in there. Lord Skrot pretty much got his whole army back. That leaves space for more plague claws and or plague mugs. They're fine either way.
All tales are mine.
Yeah, some people said it had something to do with another company having made Man of War Corsair, and that doesn't let them do it. I don't know if I buy that. I don't know if that's really the reason. I don't think it was an official confirmation of it. It might be. It still sounds a bit weird, though. That doesn't sound right to me. Not that that really means much. It's like, oh, I don't feel that way. Oh, the feels, the feels. Next turn, we could start our version of the ritual. Unfortunately, the High Elf one is definitely going to finish. We tried a 5,000 gold intervention army, and it failed miserably. We could try that again next turn, but I don't know if it would have any more luck at stopping that. So, I guess we'll see what happens when they get the first part of the ritual done and we don't. We go up to a Nestler here. I mean, it is on the border of the dwarves. We probably want to. We got the walls back up here, so they're not going to be able to attack that anytime soon. But this area I'm a little bit more concerned about. In fact, actually, this whole thing is on flat out in their territory. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they decided to attack that to get it back. I'm just trying to think of, like, what is the best spend? I mean, I'm going to have to spend money getting this back up anyway. So maybe we just ignore that for the time being. And save up a little bit of cash. I'd love to see naval combat in it. I really enjoyed naval combat in Napoleon Total War. It was good in Shogun as well. I think the way they've done naval combat in games previously has been pretty damn good, frankly. Very nice, very nice. Getting Skrulk to get that as well is even more useful, and we can level him up as he continues to hang around in that area. Let's go treasure hunting, see what we can find. I could use the right of the 13 to confederate, but I would rather murder them! Because it's not Total Peace Hammer. Okay. Kill it with fire, purify the shrine, leave the place to investigate it. We don't investigate it, we've tried that before. So this is a Slanesh shrine. Purify it, I guess. That did not work. I don't know, it got us +3 public order and cost us 500. That's not bad. And we can take that next turn. So the question is, do we try and send another intervention army? I don't think it would even reach in time. So I think we're not going to waste the money on that. As for Itza... public order is looking a bit better. Getting up more walls on the border is probably a pretty good idea. Also gives a local ability called Warp Bomb, which sounds fun. Speaking of the tier 4 stuff, where could we go from there? We really need to think about getting slave wheels in some of these places, because there's a lot of really massive, like, income advantages you can get if you have a really well set up baseline. Oh, they can go up to tier 4. We should take our capital up to tier 4, then probably put the slave wheels there, and then we can make some good money out of this. Have to make some decisions. Can't afford everything. We have some research available. All right. So we can get Ruthless Plans, which shoves up growth immediately if we go to harsh production quotas, or these are mostly for gutter runners and night runners, which I currently am not really using. So what is nice is things like exotic martial arts to get assassins leveled up. That's pretty good. Mostly we're doing clan rats, but we can't do much with that. I'm thinking if we get Ruthless Plans and they go straight through to harsh production quotas, that's probably the way to go. Interesting. They came back. So they're a bunch of Itza rebels. If you remember correctly, the Itza were the guys we wiped out. Well, they can actually come back. It's possible for destroyed factions to come back. Alright, complete the ritual. Well, we can. We do get a lot of money for doing it. It gives us 5,000 gold immediately. I guess it doesn't matter if they complete before we do. We still have to do it.
Even working together, it will take your greatest adept some time to complete. Such is the ritual's power that the great vortex itself distorts under its pull. Be wary, though, for while the vortex is weakened, the forces of chaos will slip into this world. Ready your defenses, for they will doubtless be drawn to the ritual's power.
Well, there are 2 other rituals going on right now, so they're probably going to be more drawn to that than anything else. So I'm not massively worried about that. We'll see where it goes. Immediately giving us 5,000 is a nice little bonus, certainly. So where do we spend it is the question. Well, first things first, we need to take this back. What can we afford? Not much. We don't really need to. All I want is the provincial bonus from this anyway. What we do need is to clear up the Skaven blight, because it is fucking with absolutely everything. So probably one of the first things to do would be to issue a commandment that would clean that up. Which, unfortunately, I don't think there is one. Yeah, there is. Efficient planning. So... the alternative is we go for a construction cost expansionist and then just build in the Altar of the Horned Rat a bunch of cleanup stuff. But we do need to get to level 4 to do that, so... I guess we're gonna go with efficient planning for the time being and try and clean up this corruption. It's gonna have a fairly massive consequence on our ability to do anything. So, we do want to watch out for that. In the meantime, that would be a great place to actually build that cleanup. Like, get that up to level 2 and then just throw down the best cleanup we can. As for Itza, what's going on over there? We could go up to that level 4. I'm still worried about the Dwarven attack. But what I would love more than that is tech. Fun tech. And I'm thinking, what do I have in this area and what don't I? Well, the construction cabin's been built over there. What would be nice is maybe if we can grab the Pox Cauldron and then push through there and get all the plague stuff. That would probably work pretty well. And I'm still thinking we get the slave wheel. I mean, here's the thing, like, that's going to really buff up what the gold mine does. So we could make a fairly significant amount of cash if we push the slave wheel up. So let's grab that. Itza's got a lot of space because it was one of the Lizardmen capitals, so we might as well take advantage of that. Let's go full on harsh production quotas, increase our growth across the board. Now, as for what we're going to be doing here, well, we could go after the Vampire Coast. They actually want us to make peace with the Vampire Coast. I will try, but they're not particularly keen on it. Yeah, and they're not willing to take it. So we might just destroy them. What I am more worried about are the dwarves. And I need to wipe them out anyway. So I think what we'll start to do is move our armies back. I'm going to wait a turn, though, because I'm trying to get this public order under control, and that's only really going to happen if our guys are both there, and these guys need to recuperate anyway. Because otherwise we're going to have another rebellion on our hands. Is it worth getting as opposed to the first one? I don't know. I mean, it's... if you've not played the first one, I think it comes down to which of the races you like more. Like, there's definitely some nice little improvements here and there, but if you haven't played the first one, there's no harm in playing it. Like, they just updated the first one to have a lot of the features that this one has. Like, the best way to treat this is it's a giant expansion, like a huge expansion, and they both work together. So if you haven't played the first one, maybe just grab that. It's on sale every now and again, so there's no real reason why not to. Okay, so the opposing ritual was completed. The skies are split with a chromatic pulse, and the winds howl, drawing the clouds into tattered shreds, which spiral, shrieking towards the Isle of the Dead. One of our opponents has completed a ritual, a part of their accursed design to impose their will on the Great Vortex and subjugate it to their ends. We must strike at them before it's too late. Yep, so that's basically all that happens. They're racing us. We're getting our ritual sorted out, so... we're getting there. Is it worth it? Probably. Well, now I can build those catapults. Look at it! Zero maintenance cost for plague claws. That's just bonkers, mate. And they come out at level 2 already. So we're definitely getting more plague claws. I mean, he's the plague guy. He can buff them up really well, so there's no reason for them not to have it. I mean, the other thing was transferring these, but... and in fact, that's probably a very good idea. I'm not sure, actually, yeah, why on earth am I spending that? Yeah, let's not, because why pay the money when I can just split these plague claws off and give them to him? And then they won't cost anything to maintain. So you go do that. Did I just move the whole down? Oh, God, I did not mean to do that. I meant to split them off, send them off on their own, but I guess we're doing it this way now. And then he can have the plague claws, and this guy can build some rat ogres and stuff like that. Get that slave wheel up to level 2. You can already see the income has gone up significantly. Oh, you can't split off anymore? Oh, you gotta have a lord. Yeah, you're right. That was like ages ago, wasn't it? I remember doing it with one of the older Total War games. That makes sense. Well, that's fine. We'll merge. We'll hand them over to him. And then he can, like, go visit the place with the rat ogres and go pick them up. A trade agreement? Sure. I'll kill you later. Might as well get some money out of you in the meantime. Good, got that rubbish pit up. Once we get to level 2, we can clean that up a little bit more. Warpstone, needless to say, causes a huge amount of corruption. Big surprise. Alright. So let's just kick them all up there. That's the wrong button for that. There is just a button that transfers, isn't there? Well, we can only transfer 3 of them. There it is. Cool. That's going to take the income off a lot. And where can I build rat ogres? I did have a place that let me do it. I think it was over at Itza. Yeah, Itza's got some nice stuff. So we're going to probably head over there. We have a construction cavern. Yeah, if I wanted storm vermin and a construction cavern, I would need them here. But they've got the monstrous growth fat, so he can head over there, and then I can get like an army ready to fight the dwarves. Just keep a couple of artillery pieces in and head over to Itza. So Skrulk's army is nicely buffed up. He just needs to replenish these guys, and then we can go from there. And he could probably go to war with the undead up there, and my other guy can go to war with those unpleasant little dwarfy stumpy fellows down the bottom there. Let's see. Is there anything else worth getting? Yeah, we can get some death runners there, but only if we have a pestilent knave. Do I even have that? Fucked if I know. Probably somewhere. That will also level up my assassins, won't it? Yeah, because I was thinking that we need a hero on the board. Let's get the Den of Secrets, and then we can recruit, once we have that, a high-level assassin, which will help out quite a bit. Money-wise, we're doing pretty well. Yeah, people keep saying Chaos is coming to get me. The thing is, like, I saw the Chaos units, and they were way too far away to come get me. But I will split my army up just in case. If I do see anything coming, then I will come and defend it. I think because they'll have to end up going through the undead territory before they can even reach us. So, I'm not massively worried about that. Nice quick level up for him. Oh yeah, we need to still get the Liber Barbonicus actually sorted out. We haven't grabbed that yet. Aura of Pestilence. Put -5 melee attack. Not hugely brilliant. But not terrible either. More power the better. But let's grab level 2 Plague. Alright, march. And head on over to Itza. You have got some rat ogres to pick up. Our public order is in a bit of a better spot than it was. We have our Plague Claw catapults almost reinforced. And we can get our scavenge pile up a bit, which will sort out a bunch of problems we have. What else could we do that would benefit it? Rattling Warrens. More casualty replenishment. We currently don't really have a lot of that in this area. So we'll use that as just a little buffing town, as it were. Worth grabbing the 13th scheme? Yeah, not yet. We're getting there. It's going to take you a while to get over there, but that's fine. It's going to take a while for us to get our death runners up as well, so not the worst thing to ever happen. And I'm really thinking about reinforcing this area. Getting, yeah, probably next turn get better garrison and Subutan, because when we go to war with the dwarves, they will hit that first. Mush mush. Ah, excellent. We can get the Scheme of Doom. That's nice. I wanted to do one of those Doom engineers or whatever, because they can fire rockets and shit. They're pretty cool. So the Scheme of Doom for a nice quick 800 gets us a Doom Engineer, which is a fun little agent that causes all sorts of problems. And, of course, is a fun unit to have in battle as well. Question is, where is he? That is actually a very good question. I have no idea where he spawned. Not in the slightest. Mush mush. It's probably a button to list all of my stuff somewhere. Damned if I know where it is, though. Alright, you're ready to rock and roll. Our next target, probably the undead up here. I feel pretty confident that once our warlord here is reinforced, he'll be able to take on the dwarves quite nicely. The dwarves are still dealing with these rebel Skaven. Force list is the top right, is it? Lovely. Lords and Heroes, yes, there we go. Pustum the Vomitus, well that's, you can definitely trust a guy called that. So he can cause earthquakes, so he can destroy walls. So he's going to be very handy for dealing with the dwarven fortifications when we eventually go to war with them, which will certainly be sooner rather than later. He has some really cool abilities, and in battle he can launch rockets and do all sorts of other cool shit, so I'll send him out there, and I'm also going to get an assassin out. I'm going to basically just try and murder their leaders, break their walls, make them just a unusably crap force, and then work from there. So Quitax is taken by Clan Skiri, and Quetzal, yeah, this whole area is just split up. So we will work towards taking that province. Yeah, the earthquake does kill them. It causes massive damage, and then they die, basically. That is my understanding of it. So you may not want to use it, but it's way better than just damaging walls. It does huge damage. You can basically use it as a suicide unit prior to attacking in a siege. It is a big, big mess for everybody concerned. Well, you're ready to rock and roll, so I might as well take you in the direction of Axtutl, or whatever the hell the name is, and then declare war on the undead and just rip them apart. Seems like a good plan to me. Not sure how effective Plague is on zombies. Alright, set examples. +3 leadership all forces. It's good. We're probably going to get some Knight and Gutter runners as well, though, so these are both pretty good. We'll go start that because it's going to take a little longer to get it. So Gutter runners are probably going to be part of this army because it's has been building stuff to support that. Yeah, Doom Engineer and Warlocks are totally different. You get Doom Engineers through the Scheme of Doom, and that's the only way you can get them, as I understand it. Actually, I might be completely wrong about them being a... Yeah, actually, yeah, they don't fight. I'm sorry, I must be thinking of someone else. I must be thinking of the Warlock Engineers. These guys, I'm pretty sure, literally just blow a hole in the wall and that's all they do. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's the Warlock Engineers that have the rocket launchers. Right, my mistake. Plague Priests. Interesting. Yeah, they can spread corruption and cause all sorts of problems as well. Almost done with that. You need to get Itzer and then see what you can purchase for that army of yours. Green Mist, probably Skaven corruption that we need to sort out. This area is getting a little bit messy. Oh no, the Green Mist is the ritual. You can see the ritual all sort of being sent that way. Now, the plan, I think, was to reinforce the garrison over here. Although I think we just got this to level 4 as well, so we should be thinking about that too. So things we can do here. Oxel now has the corrupted spawning pool. Actually, that was at level 1, and I completely missed it. And that's actually really good, and I don't know why we didn't build it. So, let's build that. That's very, very nice. The Pestilent Knave would be pretty good there. We're also thinking about these slave wheels, just to really buff up the income in this area. The question is, like, do I want recruitment from here? Honestly, probably not. Like, the stuff we've got on our capital really doesn't lend itself well to that. We probably do want to sell a construction cavern from here eventually and build it in the capital, though, so that we can get it up to level 4 and 5. That means we can get our warp lightning and doom wheels. That might be worth thinking about. Considering where my main doom wheel guy is coming... Actually, yeah, I don't think his stuff actually affects that, so... It might be worth just selling that off. And then rebuilding the construction cavern over here. I don't know if I'll get enough cash for it. Thing is, I can sell that off, and then I can build the slave stuff here, and then build the construction cavern here, which I think is a better idea. Okay, let's do that. And once that's out of the way, we can sort that out. I'm still thinking we want the fortifications there, because these dwarves, they're gonna fight me. You know how these dwarves get. Hello. It's a good job we ended up in this way, because we do have a Chaos Army heading our way. Thankfully, Itza is well protected. It's got walls, which is good, because we definitely don't have the forces to fight it at the moment. And we marched to get here, so we can't recruit. Yeah, the garrison on the wall should be fine to hold them. If not, we can always bring Lord Scrollkin to do it. Alright. We're gonna go after the undead. Well, I want to see just... I mean, obviously this is a shitty garrison and we'll easily kill it, but I just want to see what my stuff is good against, because I haven't fought these guys before. Oh yeah, there you get that, and then we can put the Lichbone Pennant maybe on our priests there. Oh wow, we need siege equipment. No, we don't. We could easily batter through this, no problem. Let's go. Reason we have it on 900p is because there's a lot of detail on the screen and Twitch really can't support this game properly at 1080p. 900p gives us a little bit more to work with, but it looks almost as good, so it's totally fine. Yeah, this is just a very basic fortification. We should be able to just batter right through that, no problem. Looks like they took control of a little lizardmen town. Yeah, that's nothing. And with 4 sets of plague catapults, I think we'll be just fine. We'll, let's pull them back. I have no interest in getting my army shelled for no reason, so we'll put them right back here, and once we've put enough holes in the walls, we'll go for them. The only concern I have is that they do bring in their bats out to maybe attack my units, but I'll see them coming. I am lacking in really anything to shoot them other than some Skaven slingers, so I do want to be careful. Yeah, there is definitely a potential here for a colossal fuck-up. It looks like we are taking some shelling. Maybe not enough to be a massive concern, but still annoying nonetheless. So you know what? I'm going to send my shielded clan rat units in front to see if I can take some of that fire from them. And as for spellcasting, let's get our warlord up there. I just don't want our artillery unnecessarily damaged for no reason. And that's exactly what's happening. I thought I was out of range of the fort tower. I was obviously horribly mistaken on that one. You know what? Actually, I'm going to pull the artillery back. I'm taking significant damage on them. Let's roll them back and get our shielded units up front instead. They can take that fire. Alright, they're now firing on the shielded clan rats. That's better. I mean, honestly, I think the best course of action here is just to rush the walls. Just put a hole in... Like, kill the fort tower, put a hole in there, and then just go. We could also have our Lord tank a few of these things as well. Alright, that's down, so let's take the doors out and then just go. As for the plague, I don't know how effective a plague is on zombies. I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? Alright, rest of the army's on the way. Alright, yeah, our shielded clan rats are just fine. We just need to bring the gatehouse down. Now, what I want to do is, if possible, summon a unit of plague monks behind it. But I can't. Not quite yet. That's fine. We'll get there. You might as well just climb the walls. You've got the numbers for it. We'll completely outnumber them there. The gate's almost going down. We'll send the rest of the army through that. There we go. Now we can dump some units right in the middle of them. Cause a few problems. Alright, the doors are down. Fellas, head on in. Hell, I'll just scroll Cat on. He's probably good enough on his own. Go on. Go show him what you can do. Go make a horrible mess. We'll start by putting a full Blessing of Filth on Lord Skrolk, and then just have him crush everything. Knock, knock, open up the door, it's real. The non-stop pop-pop and stainless steel. X is here to deliver your package. We'll need to do a sign for that, if you don't mind. The fucking tower. Go take it. No point even wasting ammo on that. Alright, Skulky baby, how you doing over there? Get some more mana, get that Jet 1. Murdering everything, good, that's what I expected. And our Plague Monks are doing just the same. It's what they're good at. Yep, he's just a monster. Looks like we're pretty much taking the walls at this point. Unsurprising, really. I'll get the Sensor Bearers in there. Lots of clan rats getting murdered, but that's fine. They were free, so who cares? What we are doing is killing their... I think we've just destroyed their leader unit, so they should all probably come apart pretty soon. We haven't quite got them. Close enough, though. I guess level 1 will be fine if we don't have the mana for anything else. Take him to pieces. Yep, you go have some fun on the walls. Everyone else is doing it.
Ready. As you wish.
Yeah, Skeleton Spearman aren't going to do much. But we do need to watch out in future, because we took too much damage on our artillery because we put them too close, which was a mistake. So let's not do that again. Because those will take a little bit of time to replenish, and that's quite annoying, because I'm trying to do a war here. And that gets in the way. We might have to do casualty replenishment. I'm not sure if eating skeletons is going to help that much, but you know what? Pick the bones. Yep, we lost a surprising amount considering that was actually a crappy little settlement, so let's maybe not be quite as cocky next time. Might as well loot and occupy. I already have a Wand of Jet. I don't need another one.
One's realm weakens.
Now, what can we build here, then? Ah! They have some sort of income production. We should probably do that. And there's a scary ghost! We probably need that assassin up to deal with that. I was working on that. Here comes a highly unpleasant Chaos Force. We're waiting for recruitment until Den of Secrets is up so we can get a high-level assassin right off the bat. So we're probably going to get attacked, but it has good fortification, so I'm not massively worried about that. We'll see whether or not it was a mistake not to be worried about that in a moment. Oh, and the dwarves are coming our way as well. Here's hoping they plan on fighting chaos, not me. Alright, you get out of marching stance and start recruiting some shit. You need rat ogres, and you need all sorts of stuff. And an assassin would be handy here. So if I have done this correctly, my assassin should come out at a pretty decent level. Don't think any of them are massively useful for what I want, but we'll go with that one. And that comes out at level 5. And we're basically speccing him to kill stuff. They could also do this massive replenishment assist, which is really handy. You wouldn't expect an assassin to be the one that does that, but it does. So we want, well, stabby, so at the moment our purpose is just to assassinate things as best as possible and go from there. And take specialist as well. There you go. So your role is to go and try and kill leaders of stuff.
Skaven warlord.
At the moment, the leader of the Chaos faction would be a good start. 50-50 on possibly killing him. Ah, it's assault units as opposed to assassinate lord. Maybe they don't have a lord. Or maybe I just can't afford the assassination. Was I, did I get that wrong? Have I made a mistake there as to what they can actually do? No, they have assassinate. Oh, sorry, that's killing hero, not leaders. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Sorry. That makes sense. Well, assaulting the units would probably be good. That's unpleasant. That's a lot of fucking bolt throwers. Wow. I mean, they're not going to do a lot against a fort, but yeah. Ha. That's an interesting choice. Yeah, we'll go and assault their units and let's wear them down a little bit. I don't see any harm in doing that. They do have a lord. It's heroes that assassinate kills, not lords. I got that wrong. Okay. Now, here's what we can now recruit. Rat ogres. Good shit. Death runners we can get if we get the pestilent knave. They are stealthy and nasty and horrible. Gutter runners we have access to now. I'm thinking, obviously, we get ourselves some rat ogres right off the bat. Some nice, big, scary units. And then we can pick ourselves up some of the stuff. And we also have poison gutter runners now as well. And they both have snares, so they can lock down units quite effectively. They're all good, basically. We have access to a lot of good troops. In the meantime, we did a little bit of replenishment. We can go and just kill the Itza rebels and continue from there, I think. The only reason I want to maybe hang around is if that Chaos Army bears right, which they're not going to get here in time anyway, so let's just go kill that Lizard Man army. Yeah, I think we're going to win that just fine. Thank you. More food. And then we'll go after the Mouth of Kvirtza, or whatever the hell it's called. Nice. So that follower, if we put that on our hero unit, then it is going to benefit quite nicely from it. So you now have a pet wolf rat to help you out with your assassinations. Well done to you. They could probably send him over there and kill that Banshee, actually, which might be a good idea. See what else we got. We haven't taken Plague Lord to level 2 yet. We totally should do that. Because I've mostly got the spells that I want. I'm just looking at what the rest of it is. Oh! That's nice. That's very nice. And that's really good too. That buffs up a ton of shit. Maybe we should start working on this tree. I mean, I already have Plague Claw catapults, so anything that could buff that up would be nice. Engineering skill would do it. Yeah, okay. Let's start working on this tree. Also, Liber Barbonicus, we were working on that. What the hell? Oh, I have to complete the Pestilence scheme in order to do that. Okay, and there'll probably be a quest fight of some sort. I mean, I could probably just do that. I just don't think. Oh, we need to get the Pestilent Knave before that happens. Alright.
You're in Liber Barbonicus. Kill Slade. Fight Nash.
Yep, and then replenish our units off the back of that.
So shall be Art Plague Lord.
Lovely. Nice little boost. And another level, so we can immediately get that engineering skill going. Because I definitely want those really cool siege units in this army, and we're going to get them. That's the plan. Yeah, Rod of Corruption, what the hell's for that as well? Maintain a total of 6 units of either Plague Monks or Censer Bearers. Yeah, Plague Monks will be the easier one to get. So yeah, those are items that we don't have yet and could definitely use. Alright, I think we're mostly looking good. Upgrading this wouldn't be the worst idea I've ever had. I'm earning a decent amount of money every turn, but I am thinking about switching the stuff over, aren't I? So, I demolished that, and the plan was to put the slave wheel... Oh, you can only put the slave wheel in the capital, I think. That would make sense, because otherwise there would be no reason at all to not do that. So the plan was... You know, in that case... It might be a better idea just to use this area as our Warp Forge. Because we're going to level up to level 4 soon anyway. So what else could we do from here instead? Something that would be a bit more useful. Get the Pestilent Nave. We need that. So, yeah, you can be the place that gets that. That should work. And as for Subatan, or whatever its name is... I'm thinking like the best thing that they could grab... is probably a Taskmaster platform. Oh, we already have one over there. Well, we need to get up to level 3. We'll worry about that at some other time. Skaven Corruption's being knocked down. It's trending downwards, I think. Slowly, but it's getting there. What would be nice is if we just... went for expansionist planning here instead. So maybe we do just get another rubbish pit just to keep that under control. There's benefits to that. Now we'll see what the dwarves decide to do. Are they going to come for us, or are they going to go for the chaos? If they do come for us, we'll probably have to bring our main army to relieve, because that is a large dwarf army. I don't know exactly... Oh, they're using the underway to bypass us entirely. Interesting. Oh, that's a large undead army coming our way, and the chaos army's definitely coming for us. They have besieged us. Can I can't assault them anymore, can I? Where is my hero unit? It's like right there, tiny little icon. Oh yeah, we totally still can. And it was a success.
Make them slower.
So we did a little bit of damage to them. That's not a big army. If I can get my... Remind me, under siege recruitment halts, doesn't it? Am I right in thinking that? I'm right in thinking that, yes. So we will probably have to bring in a relief army. The problem is there's a large enemy army coming right at us already, so we may have to pull back.
Claimed by pestilence. Clan pestilence.
They can starve us out. They can't assault the walls, but they could in 13 turns starve us out. But that is a lot of time. And hey, who knows? The dwarves might turn around and attack them. That's a possibility. Maybe. As for you, what the hell you're gonna do?
Night Runner.
We could just break out. Plus the city's garrison, it's probably enough to kill them on the open field. We can give it a shot. But I'm gonna take a break before we do that. So I'm gonna take 5 minutes and then we'll come back and then we will just sally forth immediately and just beat them on the open field. I think we have the units to make that happen. Well, I said 5 minutes, I let it go 6 minutes 20 just so we can finish that. It's a really awesome OC remix of Suicide Mission from the Mass Effect 2 soundtrack, originally composed by Sam Hulick. It's a Jive DJ's remix. It's good stuff, isn't it? Yeah, I like it a lot. Alright, let's get back to Ratton. We are dealing with a Chaos Siege, and I believe that we can actually just destroy it with our garrison plus the army that is there. So that is exactly what we are going to attempt to do. Of course, we're going to save it just prior to that, because screw it if I'm completely wrong. Alright. As you can see, the settlement garrison is significant, so I have a feeling that we should be just fine crushing them, and I have every intention of doing just that. Hell, we even have a warlock engineer lying around, so let's show the forces of chaos that this was a really stupid fucking idea. There we only have a single hell cannon. I am not too worried about one hell cannon. That should be just fine. If he had more than that, that would be a concern, but it's only one. Okay, well, we're going to back off some of our forces because they do have some more incoming. My reinforcements are coming in from the right, so we will arrange our forces just there. Get our catapults there.
Council's command.
String everything together. Skirmishers at the front. And probably, I would imagine, by the time that they have even reached us, our reinforcements will be here, so
Guide us, Horned One.
should all be pretty good, really. That's assuming they even want to come at us. And they do. They have cavalry, but we have several units of halberd storm vermin. They don't really stand a chance against that.
Warlock engineer.
There's a lot of nasty stuff here, which should be perfect to set up a flanking maneuver through the forest. That's exactly what we're going to do. Our catapult set up here. As for the warlock engineer, it's got warp lightning and a warp bomb, and of course we still have menace below to play around with as well. So that should be good. We have some death runners in here. We have some just very high tier good units. So I have a feeling we should be just fine. I think they're just staying just out of range of us. Either that or our stuff is holding fire for some reason. Yes, they are. They're coming, but
Council's command.
incoming fire. They do have some chaos spawn. We'll have to watch out for that.
Warlord.
Skirmish is taking a little bit of fire there.
Scurry.
So our Poison Wing Globadiers up here, and of course we have those units of Rat Ogres, which will be very useful to charge through the forest. Speaking of charging through the forest, that is exactly what is happening with their Warhound units. They have Poison Warhounds that are coming through here to try and intercept our forces.
Attack. As master desires.
Getting our Storm Vermin up against their Chaos Spawn is probably a good approach. Rat Ogres should decimate those quite easily. Plague Claws are probably in a decent position right now. So we just tell them to halt and fire at will. Let's see what we got. We are dealing with these nasty arseholes over here. So what's the range of the Warp Bomb? What does it do? I think it actually... Yeah, sacrifice a unit to destroy foes. Cool, you can blow up a unit of Skaven. That's neat. That'll be fun to play with. As to what else my Warlock Engineer can do, he's got this Warp Lightning. Which will probably work pretty well. Poison Wind Globadiers up there. Getting a bit of a slowdown on this level for some reason, I'm not really sure why. I'm hoping my Night Runners will actually do what they're supposed to do, which is attack that. Alright. And we can send our Storm Vermin in against those right now. Yeah, we've got them kind of very nicely surrounded. I think we should do just fine here. And of course, we can just drop Menace up from below right on top of that catapult now. We've still got some fucking around going on over here, but nothing, like, massively problematic.
Ready, ready. Death runners. Stop.
Death Runners can go and try and assassinate their leader. Ah, shit, we have a Warhound unit. Those skirmishers are quite annoying. They're being chased away now. That's good. Get those to engage there. Get some additional spears in the mix. I don't really want to blow up my own storm vermin. As amusing as that would be. We could blow up the death runners. It's like a unit of clan rats would be good enough. Let's just spawn a unit of clan rats and then blow them up. Yeah, that'll work nicely. Oh, they've got to be injured before you do it. Okay. Good to know. Looks like a bit of a mess going on over here. Don't bombard that. No, that was not the plan. Some poison right in the center here, and this Chaos Lord is what we need to kill. And his Marauder Horsemen are still a pain in the dick, so anything we can do to deal with them would be good. As for not doing things to my front line, you do keep forgetting that this is Skaven we're talking about here, and that's actually just fine to do. Killing your own shit is fine. In fact, the rat hookers have just been all the way over there this entire time. I think they chased the group all the way over the map. We do not care about killing our own troops. That is what Skaven is for, and it's hilarious, and we will do it. Whether you like it or not. There we go, it's a clan rat unit. Yay! Blew it up, had a bunch of my own other stuff. There we go, it's a victory. Nicely done. Most of that was just garrison I spent there, so. That unit, that battle was chugging a lot, by the way. Worth making a note of that. Not exactly sure what caused that, but it did. So our actual army took very little damage. We blew up a unit of storm vermin in the garrison, but they'll come back pretty quickly. As for casualty replenishment, that's exactly what we'll do. We'll eat the chaos. As we'll probably have to come back and deal with them again. Okay, we got Blade Master up. Leadership.
All tales are mine.
On the way out, we can just keep harrying them. Alright, what can we afford? Or can't we afford? What I want to get is this up to level 4. We clearly don't have the surplus to do that right now, but we're getting there. I don't want to spend the surplus there just yet. What I would like is a nice, big, meaningful upgrade. Grabbing some sort of breeding pits around here will help us get there faster. And I was thinking, where are we going to go with it? Well, I think we were building the Pestilent Nave. So that's in itself good. This area is properly fortified. And we're working on getting Itzer up to a bit of a better place. Probably go... Oh, we already have that there. I think I might demolish that and replace it with something. Getting up bigger walls, considering we're going to be dealing with a lot of shit, is probably not a bad idea. Bigger garrison. They'll probably be coming back, but we're okay at the moment. I was thinking about the port, but it's a bit pricey. It does give growth, though. Looks like we're going to be having a bit of a fight over here as well. Yep, they're really coming at us. And that's probably just fine. Okay, I guess we get additional melee attack. That's nice. I don't know where that came from, but I'll take it. Yeah, the port would help with growth, so we'll grab the port. Okay, what's the situation here? Right, so this is this large undead army. I'm thinking we probably just fight it in the field. And then these guys came at us again. Since we're sort of fucking with units, we'll grab another one on that. If I can afford another unit assault. Good chance, yep, I'll take it, good. So they've taken another beating, and we can probably just fight them again, and that will break them this time. What I want to deal with is the undead. So what do they got? They have a couple of corpse carts. I don't remember seeing those in the previous game. Lot. This is the concern. They have a huge amount of knights, and I really have no way to deal with that. I don't really have the spears. I have like 1 unit of clan rat spears, which against that many units of black knights doesn't stand a chance. So what we're probably going to need to do is hold the siege here, and then relieve it with a force that can actually handle that. So something with either storm vermin or rat ogres or anything like that. Because if I don't, then I don't think we're going to win an open field battle against that. Yeah, we've got some catapults, we can do some damage, but those black knights are going to absolutely fuck up the rest of the units I have. Even if I'm able to summon more plague monks and stuff like that. So we're going to hold that out for the time being. We're going to need to break out of this quickly so that we can come and assist our other army. Probably recruit some units that are actually suitable for taking those down. A lot more spears. Alright, well, we're going to have to hit him again.
Fight them. Yes,
We got an ambush. I'm just going to auto-resolve this. There we go. Let's get a quick casualty replenishment off the back of that. Alright, so he's gone. The Chaos Followers are dead. So now we can finally recruit again. Rat Ogres versus Black Knights. I don't know which is better. I really don't. So I'm not sure. We will see. Well, I think 2 levels away from getting our big mount. We could blow ourselves up. To be fair, we need to get to this, so let's grab it. Rat Ogres are very fast. They could probably lock down cavalry relatively well. And that's probably the best option I currently have, because I don't think I have access to Storm Vermin. So that's something to consider. Kill off that Banshee in the meantime. It's probably the best option. I'm seeing if we have anything else that might work. Yeah, they're armor-piercing and frenzied and very fast. They're not particularly well armored themselves, but I think if we bring enough Rat Ogres along, we could probably break that. In regards to spears, the best spears I currently have are Clan Rat spears. I don't have Storm Vermin spears, so we will bring some, but I'm thinking, you know, right now we need some big punch units, and Rat Ogres are exactly that. As to who's going to win that fight, I don't know if anyone in chat really knows that, because, well, we haven't played and done this matchup yet, because the game's not out, so... Plus, Rat Ogres are more fun than spears. We'll get that. We'll bring some spears along. It looks like we have a little bit of time. They probably won't attack directly. If they do, well, we're just going to have to deal with it. As best we can. Not sure what I'm going to do with him. He's going to blow up something. I mean, I'll probably send him over there to blow a hole in the wall of whatever the large settlement is. They're all minor. You can just sort of hang around here for a while. Well, let's see if they attack me. It would suck if they did, because I don't know if I can actually win that fight, not without a lot of losses. I don't see how I can hold a position against that many knights, even if they are basic level knights. And they're bringing reinforcements, which makes matters even worse. Well, that's unfortunate. Screw you. What we can do, of course, is bring our assassin over and start to wound their forces. He's pretty good at that. We'll get some Clan Rat shielded spears in the process, probably. I don't know, actually, against an army with pretty much no ranged attacks, I guess regular spears are fine. The shields don't actually really help, do they? So, let's just get regular spears. There's a lot of undead shit, yep. There's a lot of some nasty stuff coming our way. But they're not going to attack just yet, by the looks of it. I think we should be fine, for the moment. Cash-wise... We were saving up to get this to level 4, which it should be relatively soon, I think. And also seeing where we can go with this. Which I'm still not... Yeah, I think we're going for the, like, level 5 Plague Abbey, get the Plague Monk Sensor Bearers. But what I'm going to do with this spot, I'm not really sure. I don't really know. I mean, it's probably going to have to be slave wheels in it. There's just so much money to be made by that building. It's really hard to avoid building that. We'll just do some basic upgrades across the board to our stuff. Get that up to level 3. No, I'm not spending that. I don't want to spend the surplus. I'm spending that on the Altar of the Horned Rat to get a tier 4. So don't do that. Pestilent Knave there would probably be good as well, but... Alright.
Sorcerer, inventor, yes. Move tails.
The garrison, probably not much. Probably Skaven slaves at most. It's just a tier 1 settlement. Not going to get much from that. Not enough to win that fight without significant losses, anyway. But I really prefer not to do that. It'll take a while to rebuild that army. Queeg is very good at recruiting clan rats, but this guy, not so much. Storm Vermin needs construction yard. The upgraded Storm Vermin needs level 4 Warp Forge. So I can get Storm Vermin from the Altar of the Horned Rat, if need be. I could swing by there. Well, someone's pissed. I guess that's probably our ritual.
Ritual enacted. The skies over the world shatter, exciting the Grey Seer while his scribe cowered, for he knew their next destination. Deep in the fetid jungle swamplands was the lair of the Screaming One, summoned to this plane by the ritual. Not risking his whiskers, the master sent his minion into the lair. Within, the Vermin Lord awaited. The Screaming One spoke of the vortex at the heart of the Elf Thing's island continent. It was vulnerable due to the comet's path, ripe for Skaven interference. An engine of doom and curses must be constructed and empowered by 4 more rituals. The vortex would be bound to this machine on completion of the final ritual, giving Skaven untold power. The Screaming One granted the lowly scribe an object encased in iron. The scribe eyed it greedily, but the demon demanded the gift handed to Grey Seer Valskreek. And a final gift. Rituals of fabrication to build the machine. The scribe's adopted clan would begin construction at once. But warpstone is needed to power the rituals, and Valskreek already grows impatient.
All right. That's 1 of 5. That also gets us the Pestilent Scheme. I think Chaos just overran those guys. I don't know what the hell happened, but hey. Alright, so that's done. Now you see, this is our next objective. These guys are already kind of ahead of us on that. So we need more Warpstone, is what we need. We're gaining it from here, but there's probably other ritual sites that could gain us more than that. So that's worth investigating. Okay. So we still have the siege problem to deal with. Let's have a look at those rituals. Maybe they'll be able to help. The Pestilent Scheme would get us a Pestilent Scheme Priest, which can summon a deadly plague to a foreign settlement. That seems handy. If we use the 13th scheme, then that's going to buff up our ability to do some damage with our assassin here, who's going to be trying to fuck with this army. So I think we'll enact the 13th scheme.
Horned One watches me.
In the meantime, we can look and see what's going on here. So that's what you need for Storm Vermin with Halberds, Construction Cavern, which we do not have. This, over here, can definitely build that. We just need to get us up to level 4, most likely, to get to that position. Alright, let's fuck with him. I think we can probably do both schemes. We'll see. A 52% chance of assaulting the units, that's not bad. Let's see, can we do another ritual? No, everything, it's going to take 5 turns to do that. Okay, well that's fine. Alright, we've got some rat ogres up. The rest of the things we're going to probably just need to bring clan rat spear units. And then we can try to relieve that army. I think we should be fine with this. That'll probably do the trick. I want to be thinking about maybe getting a 3rd lord at this point as well. More money, if we can get it. Everything's looking just fine here. We have everything we need. Honestly, we just need growth right now. Which is what we're trying to do. And to see about trying to take some more of these areas. We still haven't taken this yet. So there's a lot to do here. This is sort of being completely ignored. I've been neglecting this, so let's fix that up. There we go. Do a good spend over here. Make sure we can actually do something with it. What's it like? Yeah, otherwise you could use a bell. There we go. And then wait that turn and we'll bring a relief force in. As for you, you're just sort of wandering around the place. Once we've dealt with the undead, we'll go and kill the dwarves. But right now, this army is a problem. Halberds are very anti-monster, yes. They're decent at cavalry, they're very good at killing it, they've got a huge anti-large bonus. So, yeah, if you send them up against trolls and big monsters, they're going to do lots of damage. Huh, that's a nice little bonus, good. Because he's been recruiting a bunch, he got that bonus. So if you bear those things in mind, those are sort of hidden little bonuses you can get by taking certain actions if you're paying attention. So it's worth keeping an eye on that. So he's about to be pretty much full up on stuff. I don't even know if we have the clan armory. What I know is we need the clan armory over here when we hit level 4 with that. But we could always get a construction cavern somewhere else in this area, and that would get us storm vermin, and we could build from there. So it's not the worst idea ever. Oh god, I just spent my money. I meant to assault them, and I don't have the cash for it now. That was a bit dumb. Oh well. Let's move out. Oh, we haven't finished mustering yet. Okay. Soon.
Where's my dome racket?
10 turns till we have to starve, so we'll need to get over there pretty quick. You're talking about the mega campaign. The mega campaign is not available yet. The difference between the grand campaign and the mega campaign is the mega campaign is both maps put together. This is not. Alright, we've got Fight Dirty done. Let's get our leadership.
Do not mistake me for the fool.
Not exactly sure what you're running around doing, but hey. Levels? I'll take those. Trying to see if there's anything that would really benefit us with just being an assassin, and the answer appears to be no. This is mostly stuff for stabbing. So we will stick to upgrading this. And as for you, we're going to do as much damage to you as we can, and it doesn't cost very much. I don't even mean by compromised. I mean, the campaign's the same size as the other one. In fact, I think the map's slightly bigger, really. Like I say, if you're on the first one, eventually you'll be able to play them both together. Alright. I might as well wipe them out on the way, right? No reason to leave a lord of theirs lying around. Send him running for the hills. Reinforce next turn. This engineer is a little annoying. I wish I could do something just to put him on sleep. There probably is a button for that, I just don't know what it is. So I'm having to sort of constantly move with it. I guess I can use it for scouting. Yep, I'm well aware of those expansions. We're not doing that yet. Well, I wouldn't imagine the main campaign does have the big story. I mean, you mash two great, huge maps together to make the largest map in Total War history. I would imagine there's going to be some compromise there to make that work. Doesn't seem like the kind of thing that's done easily. Can you assault again? Not doing too well at this, are we? Well, I guess that's fine. We're on the way to relieve our brethren there. Oh, looks like there's just a random Skaven rebel army that's fucking with them. That's nice. That will definitely be of benefit. Might as well take a gold mine up. It'll get buffed up by our slave wheel as well. Speaking of, actually. Let's make sure we're actually buffing the slave wheel up here. So we're getting the income we should be getting. Alright.
You're in my optics.
Well, we're moving in. Let's see if they decide to attack us. And they did. Yep, they saw us coming. Well, we're gonna have to fight. Actually, no, we don't. Yeah, this is... Right, we can retreat. Oh, they brought a second army in. Right, and my reinforcements aren't accounting. Okay, I'm gonna have to retreat then. I don't want to fight this army with just this one. Especially since he's got settlement garrisons and crap around it. So, let's retreat.
Not my fault.
That made it even worse. Okay, well, at least they didn't get their backup. I guess we're gonna have to fight then. Bastards. They broke off and cut off our reinforcements. I don't think they're anywhere near as strong as the battle thing thinks they are, but I don't know how good these corpse carts and things are, so I guess we're gonna find out. Well, I guess we're fighting them then. Sneaky bastard. Should have seen that coming. I should have moved into my territory and avoided that if I could. I think I have a sizable enough army. It's just whether or not the knights screw me. We'll see what the rat ogres can do. Alright. So we need our spear units. And then we have our skirmishers. And it looks like they're coming in from that direction. I think setting up on a hill and just trying to deal with them there is the best option. The best hill's probably over here. That'll give us a pretty solid chance to deal with their cavalry as it comes in. So we can deploy our spears in a nice big block there. Put our skirmishers out in front. And then if we have our rat ogres out on the flank, and if we see any opportunity to hit one of their weaker units with it, we can. And as for everybody else, well, they can just hang back until we get into a big messy fight, and then the clan rats can fight. There we go.
Mighty warlord, me.
If we back off to the actual woods, that should screw them up a bit more. There we go, let's put them in the woods.
Council's command.
Skirmishers being out front is fine. And like I said, we'll use the rat ogres to try and identify a weak part of their army and fight it. Okay. So if we hold our spears in the woods, and then we'll see what happens. Where are they coming from? I think they're coming right through the woods, aren't they? That'll really slow their cavalry down if they try to do that. Let's get our rat ogres over here. They're quite fast. Let's put them out in the open field. There's probably cavalry and corpse carts up front. Like I said, the majority of their army consists of black knights. It's gonna be messy when they do hit us. I see more units out there. Let's move our rat ogres around and see if we can scout. Can we remove the foliage? Yep, that'll make it easier to see. Bats coming in. See what they got. Alright, first unit of Black Knights coming out of the woods. That's the majority of the Black Knights. They'll be in firing range shortly. And they're gonna have to charge up that hill, which will be a bit of a pain for them. I want to change the angle of our catapults. What's control to rotate them? Yeah, there we go. I want to hit that. That unit of Black Knights might be killable if we move our rat ogres around the side here. I think the rat ogres are faster than the knights. We can confirm that. No, they are not. Rat ogres are fast, but those knights are very fast, so we'll probably want to not have our rat ogres too far away. They will not be able to escape if they get nailed down like that. Alright, we've moved the catapult position, so we're going to force them to attack us this way. Hey, if we can target that corpse cart, that would be great.
Aye, aye, ready. Yes, yes.
The vampire lord is there as well, so 3 units of inexperienced rat ogres probably don't have a lot of leadership. It's not brilliant, so we may not be able to make that work too well. Our spears are in position, though. Let's see what we can do about slowing them down a little bit. I don't want to drop that just yet. I also have this, which is the Pestilence Clan Stone, which is something I got as part of that quest. Like, we can kind of drop that here and tie up a few other units. Alright, here they come. That's a decent number of knights they have there. We want the Fellbats taken down pretty quickly. So we'll have the skirmishers target that. And we'll try and deal with those guys that have split off from the pack. And if we give them that clan buff. Alright, they're incoming. Let's make sure our spear units are ready for this. I think they are. We need to pull the catapults back behind the spears. Alright, they're ready to receive that quite well, and the rat ogres are doing well in this fight. Our leader being at the front in this fight would probably be pretty good too. Alright, spears are ready, and then we'll charge forward with all of our clan rats as well. So far, so good. The bats are running for it. Rat ogres are doing okay. They may need support, though. Looking at this, yeah, I want to hold those spears where they are. We could definitely send our night runners forward to skirmish, though. And we can dump just more clan rats to make a mess around here, like prevent a few charges and things like that. Anything that'll just mess this up a bit. Yeah, they're being forced back now. Looks like our lord is just going for it. You feel free, our lord is pretty good. Alright, that's good, that's good. Shielded units are good. I just want to make sure all my spears are actually in combat. Most of them actually aren't. And they definitely should be. Alright, here come the Grave Guard. Let's task the Night Runners to deal with that. The Ogres are causing a massive problem over here for their Knights, so that worked pretty well. You hit that from the flank. Their corpse carts are all the way back there. I'm going to drop another unit of clan rats just to tie up those knights at the back and maybe confuse the corpse carts so that they don't actually get into this fight. It's like, if your spears are not in combat, you're doing it wrong, so get in combat. So far, so good. The rat ogres have done well. I think it is time to push forward with everything we have. Because most of their Black Knights were tied up quite nicely there. Task that. Just task a spear unit to each of those. Alright, the Lord's coming in. That's fine. We'll send 3 units of Rat Ogres after it and see how it does. I'm gonna go with not well. Those Graveguard got absolutely smashed. Retask the Plague Claws to hit the incoming Graveguard. They're nice and slow. Let's have our clan rats just charge down the field now. We are in a good position. Make sure spear units are tasked off to tie down each of those Black Knight units. Make sure we don't get hit from the flank. Night Runner's doing a pretty solid job here as well. Looks like we got flanked there. Do we have a spear unit that could maybe go and help? Yeah. These guys are going down quite nicely. These clan spears are driving those away. Rat ogres are taking some fire. That's fine. Let's pile in. Tie down those guys. Don't let them get into the fight. Night Runners have chased those off quite nicely. Good. They are probably fine. Let's get an engagement here. Our Lord is taking a bit of a beating, and he's actually broken, which is not ideal. Could definitely do better. I think there's probably a bunch of fear-causing units around here that are causing that problem. Alright, retask the Plague Claws. More knights coming in, so let's pile some more spears in there. Anything coming in from the back? Nope. Okay. It's that Vampire Lord, I think it's causing it mainly. We could really do with him rallying, and he did. Good. No, you ain't getting away. I'm going to drop a clan rat unit right in the middle of your retreat. I think the corpse catapults might finally be in the fight, which is probably causing us leadership problems. But we're doing relatively well otherwise. It's just that Lord that needs taking down, which in itself could be a problem. And this is still a bit of a pickle over here. The corpse guard's actually in there. Our rat ogres will probably do pretty well against that. Will you stop? Now I'm definitely blowing up my own units for no reason. Ceasefire. I don't think there's anything really worth shelling that's not in combat anymore. Yeah. So much for you're gonna die on that one. That worked really well. constantly tied down the plague claw, well, using the plague claws to bombard and using menace below to tie down what's at the back. Making sure that all of the cavalry couldn't focus in one place and making sure the corpse carts couldn't get into the mix. Yeah, we destroyed them quite easily, really. We also killed the Lord, which I believe caused the whole thing to collapse, so worked well. They didn't split the whole army off. They split, like, a couple of knight units to deal with that clan rat unit. It wasn't the whole army by any stretch of the imagination. I wonder what that's all about. Power Stone. Yeah, it's another one of those augments. They're all kind of the same. Right, well, I mean, while we're here, we could probably take Quitza.
Hornet one watches me.
I ate them for breakfast quite nicely, really. Okay, yep. More weapon strength. This, as I say, I want this guy to be just a pure melee fighter. Let's go and explore and see what's in here. I could zoom in on the battles a bit, but it really comes down to actually being able to use the game, which you can't really do if you zoom in too much. I'll grab a level 2 settlement here. We have the surplus food to afford that. But we're going to treasure hunt first. What do I want to do? There's a pair of books written in an ancient language. Which should we translate? I don't know. Translate the first book. Useless. Yep. A lot of these treasure hunts do end up with complete rubbish coming out of them. Alright, well, this worked out nicely. You. I'm done with you. Thank you very much. You're dead. He's not a bad little assassin, this fella. Not too shabby at all. As well get that replenished troops buff. Alright, well, Skrulk is fine, and we can continue to push here. We can continue to take the war on both fronts. The dwarves are still not too willing to go after us right now, which is nice. Means I don't have to deal with them. There's the enemy Skaven army, which we'll just walk over. That would be fine. And then we could just take the city. There's not as much there, really.
Bring death, disease.
Yeah, I'm not 100% convinced the AI knows how to deal with summons all that well. And obviously the Skaven have a lot of those, so I do think there is an element of that. It probably needs to be tweaked to take into account that summons are a thing. And they're kind of a big deal. Ah, we were working in this direction, yes. Getting engineering skill and going all the way up to this stuff. So, reload time for Plague Claw Catapult is really much lower now. And we've got lots of ammo for them too, so... Our little artillery doom wheel focused army, I think it's going to do quite well for itself once we have what we need. Give me all your stuff. Get out of the way. I have a thing to capture, and you're not going to be the one to do it. Thank you very much. 6 points to spend in the previous group. That's fine. There's probably something here we can use. We have a lot of clan rats. I think pack leader's probably a good bet. Using a fairly normal army, at least, you know, half of it at least is clan rats, so... Ooh, we got an alchemist that enables poison attacks. We got a lot of gear all of a sudden, kind of out of nowhere. Currently using that forbidden rod, yes, yes, quite. Which gives the ability to get a bunch of extra power reserves for health. Everything's looking quite nice, really. Going rather well. Corruption's getting a bit out of control here, but once we get Quetzal, we should be able to fix that by getting a nice big rubbish heap to handle it. Is food cap 150? It might be. Hard to say. I don't know for certain. I'm sure we will find out. Might as well grab Pestilent Knave.
Where's my dome racket?
I'm always unwilling to get something that I already have a copy of somewhere else, but I realize that's actually a 5 or 6 turn walk away, so maybe not. TB's chat is the best one I've ever been. Well, I mean, it helps when you put a sub fee in front of it. Most people don't want to mess around, especially when there's the risk of getting banned. I'm fine with a lighter chat, let's just say it that way. We do not need a crazy, spammy, unwatchable chat. That's just ultimately not very interesting to read, in my opinion. Speaking of recruiting a lord, I think recruiting a third one wouldn't be the worst idea right now. We have 2 full armies. Let's see what we can come up with. So we have a bunch of Graciers with different abilities and a couple of warlords. Hard to say which is the better bet. I'd like to try the Ruin. Let's see what kind of spells you get from that. Let's grab that. Let's see what he can do. Warp Lightning, Musk of Fear, Skaven Scorch, yeah, some really nasty stuff. Oh, and the dreaded 13th, which is actually spawns free Storm Vermin, because, yeah, that's not overpowered or anything. Fun stuff, really. Recruit another army, and then we can head out and probably fuck with the dwarves a little bit. That wouldn't be too bad. What kind of army composition do we want for these guys? Plague Monks are obviously very good, we know that. Some maybe poisoned gutter runners. The difference between the slingers and the regular ones, the slingers have almost double the range. They also have dodge, but these guys can fire while moving, which for a skirmisher unit is very, very good. The army's called a rat. I love it. Yeah, so we'll probably start off with some range units, and then we'll build from there. Get some good poison out there. Get like a skirmisher army, a mobile kind of skirmisher army. Since we're recruiting, let's grab Pestilent Scheme, because we need to do that for our quest anyway. Might as well. And that gets us a bunch of treasure, which means we can do something with the southeast settlements as well. Something I haven't really done much of. Warpstone, Warpstone, Warpstone. Ah! Are we going to do the Liber Barbonicus fight? I think we might. That's a pretty good idea. Our guys didn't get really beaten up all that much. Sure. Yeah, let's go do the Liber Barbonicus fight. So this is a quest battle. I don't know exactly how strong these guys are going to be, but we will find out. I have a pretty good army.
Time to attack.
And this will be an ambush battle, so we're going to get screwed from both sides. All right, let's go. Thank you for the 10,000 concurrent viewers, by the way. Much appreciated.
Quick, get my book. Ignore the dead things. Fight them. Kill or be killed does not matter. Only Liber Bubonicus matters. First, get these corpses out of my way. Kill, slay, zombie summoners. Do as I bid. Clan Pestilence Supreme.
Well, let's see what we're up against. Usually these fights are quite tricky, because they are usually against superior forces. Survive the dead thing onslaught. Well, first things first, get our goddamn artillery in a position where it can actually be useful. That would be good. Oh, and we're probably surrounded from both sides. All right. Bear in mind, we also took a little bit of a beating as well. Let's get our guys in some semblance of order. Bloody hell. Yeah, we're going to be attacked from both sides. So make sure our guys are actually useful.
No! Lord Skrulk!
Yeah, also Lord Skrulk is all the way over there, which is not going to be that helpful. Looks like we're getting... Yeah, 3 directions. Right, this is going to be messy. Trying to even get our catapults in a position where they can do anything is going to be tricky. I think the best option probably is to turn the catapults on the stuff that's coming from the left flank. and focus the majority of our army on dealing with the stuff that is here. Or like, just put some spells in it, put some big holes in what's going on, and then move from there. Try and tie their lord down the back with a unit of clan rats and maybe spawn some plague monks on them. Alright, get on in there, folks. This is gonna be a clusterfuck. These guys around the back aren't gonna reach us for quite some time, so... Pesky man things won't stay dead. Yeah, indeed. They are a right pain in the dick like that.
Plague monks to me.
Buff up our plague monks there. Maybe drop a plague right in the middle. I think those are free plague monks in the first place, so they can take the plague. Okay, yep, we're looking alright for the time being. Start to target the incoming units. We're doing just fine breaking through this. More stuff coming in. Let's try and target their lord. Get him down as quickly as we can. And if we can break him, all of his army's gonna melt, so... Let's get it in there. What have we got that's good? The Plague Censer Bearers, yeah, they would be very good at taking him down. Let's get our good units right in on their lord. We should have very little problem butchering them from there. Yeah, those guys at the back aren't even moving right now, so... It's not a problem. Switch our artillery fire to that group so we're not pounding our own guys too hard. Hehehe. I think we just killed their lord straight up, yeah. So that should be fine. More units on the way, let's back up what we have. Redirect the artillery to the incoming units. Get our slingers on these guys. Make sure that we have units ready to receive them. So far, so good. We'll probably have to survive this for like 11 minutes or something. Good job, we have extra ammo, I'll tell you that. Switch targets again. See if we can get a big spell right off in the middle of them. Ooh, our plague monks. I think those were summoned plague monks, I was going to say. They're disappearing quite fast. Get a breath through them. That should mow down a bunch, and it did. Use our forbidden rod. Here. Get some mana back. We form the lines. Yeah, we actually have a shit ton of stuff coming in this direction, so... Might want to get in the mix with them. Switch fire again.
Ready. Yes. Smell musk of fear.
Extra plague monks in the mix would not go astray here. Dual wielders should chew through these zombies really quick. And Lord Squawk is in the mix as well, that'll help.
Die.
Yeah, I just got overrun.
Aura of pestilence.
We got incoming. Gotta retask some units here, because these guys need to get the hell out of there. Let's delay them. so our plague claws can get out of the way. Thinking at the moment, do we have enough of these units to do that? Basically, we mostly need the plague monks in there. They'll cut through the zombies pretty quickly.
Tremble before Scourge. Nash, kill.
We need more units in there. This is getting messy. There is a lot of zombies coming in here. We got 8 minutes. We got to keep surviving this. This is going to be tricky. Alright, let's retask, because we are clearly not in the place we need to be. We need Plague Monks and Censer Bearers assigned to both of these groups, and currently neither of them are fighting. So we're not cutting our way through these guys anywhere near as fast as we should. The Plague Claws are doing a decent job over here. These guys could just sort of be sacrificial lambs for the Plague Claws. This is getting a bit messy. We need magic, probably like a big AoE spell, or Skrulk just in that fight in general, which he is, so we'll hit the Helm of Discord there to weaken them. Let's get all our Plague Claws in. These guys need to form up and get ready to deal with these. Censer Bearers. Oh, God, that's a wizard. Alright, well, let's get our Plague Monks and Censer Bearers in on that. Tie it down if we can with a unit of Clan Rats. Alright. Okay, that looks like it's in a better spot. Oh, shit! Retask to deal with that. Our Plague Claws are about to get caught in the middle of nowhere. That's gonna suck. This is a tricky fight, to say the least. Let's see, do they have any... If possible, we need to be killing the lords off quickly so that we don't end up getting overwhelmed. There's a lord in the mix here that we're trying to target down with everything we have. We got our elite units on top of them. Skrulk is now just in the middle of this, causing God knows how much damage. We could probably just put a solid bombardment into that. There's a lord... No? Oh god, the lord's all the way over there. It's going to be a nightmare to get to. This is a mess, isn't it? Real mess. At least most of our Plague Claws didn't get touched, although they're about to be. It's like, do I have a single unit that is not in combat? Not a lot. Not a lot. That lord is not going down at all. As many holes in them as possible. Let's spell on me and see what our lord can do here. Yep, I'm just bombarding that area right now because it's the best option. We can't even touch this dude. Like, he is not taking any damage at all. Which is a concern. Alright, lords in the mix. Let's try and kill their lords so that we can take them out. It's the best shot we've got. Problem is, I just can't quite get to him. Alright, looks like this area is secure. Let's bring our clan rats back in here. We did stop them over here, so we do have a bunch of fresh units that are ready to go in. And just having Skrulk and the Plague Monks in there and just shelling it is working relatively well. We will have to stop the shelling in a moment. God, I really need to do something about these fucking zombies over there. Because they're killing our plague claws slowly, but they are doing it. This is a mess. That lord is still alive, and I can basically not touch him. That's my concern at the minute.
Tremble before Scroll.
Let's get the vulnerability down, hit the Helm of Discord again. Just weaken this as much as possible.
Plague cast. Faster, scurry.
Yep, those need reinforcements.
Quick, quick.
Anything we can get in there. Alright, the Lord is taking some damage. If we can kill that Lord, all this should collapse, and then we can retask. We didn't actually lose too much in the way of these plague claws, and these guys are crumbling away, so I think we should be okay. This is the concerning area. Look at what I've got in there. Like, I've got some elite plague monks. Like, do I want to just shell it? Maybe. Like, at least towards the back, anyway. Looks like one of our teams abandoned a plague claw. We can get them back on that. This is going well. So if we can kill their lord, we can retask and then hit them from the back. Yeah, I think their lord just went down. That should do the trick. All right. Hit what's left of them in the flank. Let's go. And probably stop firing at the plague claws now. I think we made it. Just.
Lords,
Get in there.
pestilence abound.
We have plague claws and censer bearers that are in dire need of help. Plague monks, yeah, sorry. Keep getting those two mixed up. Right, I think we got this. Their lord might not be going down quick, but everything else is, so... Not too worried, just pile on. And task Squelch to go after their main guy. Just hit the Helm of Discord on the whole army and then just get it. I'm not so concerned about minimizing friendly casualties. In fact, I quite like friendly casualties. They're fun. There we go. I think we've got this. It was a tricky fight, but we won it. Not easy, certainly. And there, they've all collapsed. And as for you, you can go fuck yourself. Goodbye. You stupid bastard. There we go. Phew. That was expensive. Hopefully worth it for the item we get.
Zap, zap.
We lost no units. Jesus Christ, look at those fucking blenders. Like, look at how much damage they did. Incredible. 253 kills from those plague monks. Even better than the censer bearers. They just chopped their way through. Hell, these clan rats did 212 on their own. The plague claws did almost 500 each. We killed 6,000 units. I say that went pretty damn well, all things considered. Let's go with a nice big casualty replenishment from that. And we get the Liber Bubonicus. Which is a lot of good stuff, basically. Big recruitment ranks. Ability, the Liber Bubonicus, which is a direct damage ability. Lots more winds of magic. Much cheaper plagues. Basically good is the answer to that. Very, very good. Not exactly sure where he equips it. Probably in the magic item slot. Let's have a gander. That does mean, yep, but we might... Oh, God, we finally got rid of our Forbidden Rod. Well, this will do quite nicely. And we got most of our units back, but we're going to take a couple of turns to really get things 100% up to speed. Let's grab pack leader. Well, we can continue the fight, or we can pull back. I think pulling back is not a bad idea. We need to replenish. We took a beating on that one.
My eyes gone, but I see.
So, for the regen, I assume you have to embed. Okay.
All suffer.
Right, well, it shouldn't take too long, so I don't think we need that. Good. That was nicely successful, if I do say so myself. Working on this recruitment over here. Gonna get some of these nice poison units. Currently building a bunch of poison gutter runners, going for like a kind of skirmishy style army. And of course, no army is complete without some tasty rat ogres, right? Might even add like a plague monk in there or something. Speaking of, didn't we just get rewarded with one of those? Yeah, he's over there. So that's his one-off ability, is Spread the Plague, which causes a massive problem, which I would happily go and do to these dwarves, and I probably will set up to do just that. The Plague Priest is a different thing entirely. Those are recruitable once you have the Pestilent Knave up, so I might add a Plague Priest to my army. Lots of nasty casting and horrible stuff. Seems like a good bet to me. As for colonization, we've got the food. We can push it straight up to level 3, I think.
Master Commander.
I don't see any reason not to. Now, I believe our goal here was to get a rubbish pit. So if it's a border town, it could probably do with some garrisons. We don't need the Taskmaster Bill, but Rattling Warrens would not go amiss. Now, I keep forgetting my southern settlements. I really do mean to upgrade those, and I keep forgetting. So let's get that scrap heap up. There we go. Lovely, lovely. Yes, I know you want to cause an earthquake, but really, like, we're not fighting this yet. I will, because it is part of this area that I want, but I'm taking... I mean, also, we can probably go to war with them just fine once this army's back up to full strength. I'll just cause an earthquake, make a huge mess, and then go in with my warlord. Set examples. Leadership for all forces. Certainly not a bad thing for Skaven. Not a bad thing whatsoever. It is certainly a fairly significant problem. Oh, 10%. Always good. We always love that. Why would you ever not want campaign movement? It's an easy choice. They're going to replenish over the next couple of turns. You know what, actually? That will be a really good use of this guy. Oh, actually, it's full. That's fine. Let's, we'll move a clan, we'll merge a clan rat unit. And then they can, he can embed and he can, give them a bit of replenishment. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? That'll get them back up to speed pretty quickly. These guys are almost ready. Just one more turn and they can go and attack. Let's commit a little bit to the southern cities. See what we can come up with that will actually benefit us. Probably just Rattling Warren, and then once we actually get around to it, we can go and take that city. Still haven't got rid of that yet. It's just been sitting there for like the last 50 turns and not really doing anything. You know, that's probably fine. Loyalty, my generals? Yeah, that's fine. He's at 10. He's at max loyalty. The Grey Seer is not, but he's at 8, so I don't really worry about him. You could definitely do things that will piss them off. As Queeg, I took a event decision that screwed with the Grey Seers, and they really didn't like me after that. So it's always worth bearing that in mind. Yeah, it's just a random vampire faction with like one city. Goodbye, you lot. Good solid pack leader. We're ready to go, I think. See no reason not to. Since it's kind of going to be a... Oh, this is actually a capital. Alright. We can take that nice and easily then, can't we? I was going to say, let's get a rattling warren. So we can rebuild a little faster. As for you, we have had quite enough of you.
Kill for clan.
It's a siege, but we have plenty for that. We'll go right in. We got enough plate claws to make our way through that. That is crap. We could do better than that. There we go. Ooh, spicy. I mean, they don't even have walls. I don't think this is going to be a problem at all.
What orders?
Just wait for them to come at me, I guess, and just murder them.
Slingers.
They're coming at us actually faster than I expected. All right. Well, time to test out that Liber Babonicus, eh? We actually don't have the range to do that yet.
This way.
They actually have a lot of flying units. That's concerning. I think our strategy might have to be kill their lord, because those flying units are not easy to deal with.
Onward.
A nice big plague right in the middle.
Spells of plague.
Cut through them. Go for it. Screw them up. In the best way possible. As for you lot, everyone get in here. Just pile in. Well, the bombardment is going well. Hit the Helm of Discord on them.
Plague cast.
Buff them up and just murder the bastards.
Yes, brethren. Skaven, yes, Gavin. We obey.
Yeah, can you, stop them from doing that and screw with my catapults? That would be lovely, thank you.
Ready. Plague monks.
Pile in. And this is the Liber Babonicus. And I think it's a single target, so maybe throw it at the Vampire Lord and see what happens. A lot. Oh my god, that is devastating. It just cut through his health like nothing. And he's dead. Wow. Right. That's ridiculous. Bye. You can do formation attacks, I just don't care. I'm well aware that you can do them. They seem a little upset that we did that. You lot are all gonna die. Come on, mush mush, get out of here. Get out of here. You suck.
Lord Sprout.
They're not actually dying as quickly as I expected. I was hoping they would all crumble away after I killed the Lord, but hey, whatever. That's fine. We'll just beat the crap out of them instead. My Lord is taking some damage, so they're focusing on trying to screw with him. I'll get him out of the fight, and then everyone else can just finish it. Alright, now they're finally crumbling away. There we go. If I was being sponsored to do this, there would be a sponsorship disclosure. Since there isn't, no, I'm not. Alright. Got a bit more damage on Squelch than I would have liked.
Victory, the horned rat shitters. Loot fine trinkets for tribute.
Yep. Complete control of the continent.
This city nest ours.
Just get the growth up and start to build some things.
Dwarf in Liber Bubonicus.
Huh. So there's a... They have docks. Nice. Those will be handy. And also exotic animal tamers. Ooh, fancy. Sure, why not? Not that we're much of traders, but hey. Ugh. We're still trying to trek towards those cool tier 4 things, which is involving the Altar of the Horned Rat actually getting enough surplus points to do that. We're getting there. The corruption is probably slowing down. Oh, it's fucking public order, which I think screws with growth. I'm not 100% certain on that. Because what we need is to take that to tier 4, and that gets us a Warp Lightning Cannon and Warlock Engineers, which are spicy and fun. In the meantime, I think we're going to declare war on the Dwarves. I think that was the plan, but we need our army to be full strength before that happens. And we're working on that. They should regenerate nice and easily with the assassin in the mix. And we're gonna just go and blow a hole through those walls with our Doom Engineer. And go after the dwarves, because the undead are not really a factor anymore. They've got a couple of settlements back here, but we've cleared them out quite nicely. Oh man, there's a Bretonian army screwing around somewhere as well. Oh lord. What quests have we got? We still haven't done the Rod of Corruption yet, because we haven't got enough Plague Monks. And the Vampire Coast is probably not going to summon it to go for a non-aggression pact with us after we beat the crap out of them, so... I have a feeling there is a... that is not going to happen anytime soon.
Harbinger of doom.
Let's see what else we can get in this mix. Death Runners, probably a fun time. But we do need those Plague Monks for the quest, so why don't we just build those?
Mighty am I.
He's back up on his feet at full strength. Is it time to siege some dwarves? I think most of that army is literally bolt throwers, so I don't know what exactly is going to happen if we try and attack that. But I do know that I'm going to blow a hole in the walls and get ready to attack. I don't have much in the way of siege equipment, but if they have a hole in the wall, that's not going to make any difference.
Go away.
Get our docks up.
Let the bell scream, scream.
My Doom Engineer can move in there. Yeah, I only want to do that just before I attack. Yeah, bolt throwers suck against anything that's not large. They'll probably hurt my Rat Ogres, but outside of that, I should be alright. I played a Dwarf game on the first one, and I found the bolt throwers were the most underwhelming unit they had. Whereas grudge throwers, oh, fuck me, those are dangerous. First thing I had with grudge throwers is like, let's get 10 of them. And the answer is basically nothing gets anywhere near you unless they're very fast. They just get torn to pieces. Alright, we are not quite in attack position as of yet, but we are certainly getting there. Yep, I'll be trespassing. I'll be grudging. They won't be happy with us for that. We can go chase that army away. Get our exotic animals level 2. Yes, very important. And continue to build up this army here. Thinking Death Runners. now that we have those plague monks in the mix. We've got a good amount of range. We need some sort of elite melee units, which Death Runners certainly have, and I haven't really had a chance to play around with them. They have some really interesting stuff. Once I've built, yeah, oh, shit, I cancelled it. I meant to actually show you that there's a button you can hold down to get that information. Right-click doesn't work right now because it's still a review copy. Once they're built, I can show you what all their abilities do. Well, the assassin can go and assault the garrison. Failed. Sad, but never mind.
You're in my optics. Sizzle scorch.
Alright, end the turn. Let's see if the dwarves declare war on us for fucking with them, and if not, we're gonna run them over anyway.
How can clan pestilence serve
Ha! Why, okay. Sure. Non-aggression pact with the Dark Elves? Why not? I'm sure that's very compatible. Did their army just leave? Is their army gonna just attack me instead? I think they are, but they're not they can't attack Itza. They would be insane. They could attack Quetzal, though. We need to kill 500 enemies in battle. That shouldn't take long. And take control of the Chamber of Visions, which is conveniently over there and probably dwarf held. That's fine by me. So I guess we're gonna chase them? I don't know, if we siege them, they're kind of required to come back. We'd have to get straight through on the siege. We'd have to, like, obliterate them immediately. So if we blow a hole in the wall and attack immediately, take the city, then they're probably screwed. Let's do that. Cause an earthquake, which we... Oh, it doesn't have any walls. Oh, well, murder it then. That's fine too.
Where's my doom racket?
Where's my little other hero? There he is. We were doing the whole assault the garrison thing. There we go.
Unlock the gates.
Alright, fuck him over then.
Mighty am I.
I'll declare war. Fuck the dwarves in particular. I've been waiting to kill those for a while. I think we're fine.
Win battle.
I half don't trust the auto-resolve on a siege battle, even if there's no walls, but you know what? Yeah, we'll be alright. Yup, that's you taken out. And we'll occupy that as a level 1 for the time being.
Precious things.
Feel free to come at me. The question is he going to just attack me instead? He might. Probably not a bad idea, all things considered. Let's up that weapon strength even higher.
Essence power.
That means we can get assault units up to maximum. And that's what I'm going to go do, because if he turns around and tries to go after me, I'm going to assault his units all the way. Well, I didn't get to use the Doom Engineer, but hey. Any useful rights right now? Dominating scheme. Yeah, Reddit's very upset that we lost 10 clan rats, I know. It's just terrible that we would be allowed to do such a thing, really. Just disgusting. Alright, let's demolish that. Get that up. You, go die, please. Get back here, you bastard. It's probably slightly out of range, like an absolute dickhead. Auto-resolve loses 5,000 clan rats as a result of attacking 2 heroes on their own. Oh man, maximum superior attacker? Oh, spicy. I wouldn't want to mess with that. And that takes us up to rally, which takes us up to the really nice stuff, which is going to really help our catapults. And eventually, once we have the damn surplus, we can take this up to level 4 and get some warp lightning throwers. Yes. Tasty. Well, we could continue to attack. Probably prefer to muster, which we'll do next turn. Alright, we're taking that, we're taking that. What are you going to do? Probably attack Quetzal. We have a level 3 garrison there. It's not enough to hold an army that size. We can always just take it back. This army's probably good enough to fight it, frankly. But we're mustering. If we cancelled, are we in interception range? No. If we marched, still no. Do I want to be caught out in the open? I don't know. Well, I mean, Itza can't be assaulted. Itza's garrison's good enough. Quetzal's isn't. I mean, it would be a nice test for this army to see how well it would do. Not sure. I'm not sure. Do we move out here? Or do we lose Quetzal? Which we probably will if the AI decides to go at it. I don't know why they have so many bolt throwers. I don't know. I think we just hang where we are, honestly. Just keep recruiting units. Now we have enough money for 2 more Death Runners, so... Research available. What we got? Let's grab Ferocious Plans. Nice quick one.
The bubonic clan.
They can't attack after marching, no, but that was last turn they marched, not this one. Let's see what they do. Ah, they're heading over this way. All right. I should just attack them straight up. Because I think they just popped up right next to my garrison, so they're going to get destroyed. I should have grabbed that way earlier. That's super good. I think we just hit him, because we should have, I think, although they've been using the underway, I'm not sure. Should work. Let's kill some dwarves, shall we? One moment. Get him. Get back here, you bastard. Ah. Oh well. In the meantime. Get my assassin over there.
I am the Plague Lord.
Encamp and get our units back, probably. Looking good. Probably don't want to fight them in a field like that, but I'd like to test that army and see how well it does. Like I said, also, it's a bunch of freaking bolt throwers. What are they going to do with that?
Where next now?
I don't... It's just a weird army that probably isn't going to work very well. Still saving up. Ah, they finally have the population surplus, we just don't have the money. Right, so next turn we can finally get that tier 4 and get those warp lightning throwers. They're raiding me. What a bunch of dicks. Well, you know how that's gonna go for you.
All hail, horned rat.
We're gonna kill ya. Well, let's see how this army performs then against this. And we have an ambush on them as well, which is even better. Okay, let's see what we can do here. We have a lot of poisoned skirmishing gutter runners, which will be very useful against these slow, shitty dwarf units. They have basically almost no ranged at all. And they have a shit ton of bolt throwers, which, I mean, what I usually kill them with would be rat ogres, but that might not work. So I'm about to keep my rat ogres back and maybe get my death runners in there. Let's go. This should be a fun fight.
Attack.
10 bolt throwers. Let's see if they buffed bolt throwers in this expansion. Good amount of mana. Alright, so what we want is to keep these rat ogres out of sight. Are you kidding me? Oh, of course, it's an ambush. I could literally deploy anywhere. Oh my god, this is gonna be fun, right? Yeah, because they're deploying in a column. So we put the rat ogres at the back and just run up that line of bolt throwers. We put our gutter runners in firing positions in the woods. Just bombard everything they have. Oh my god, this is gonna be a fucking massacre. Right. Get our plague monks in there to do some damage. We get our death runners in. Those are sort of our elite melee. And we can have them charge from the rear. This might be a little bit overkill, but it'll be funny. Speaking of abilities, I want to know, so they have concealed, you see they have a bunch of abilities? They have a, actually no, I was wrong with that. Yeah, what am I looking at? Yeah, they've got concealment bombs. Which I think is an ability, but is not up here. These are all different globals. They got Weeping Blades, which are armor corrosive. They are cloaked, and they have dodge. So, we're gonna make a big mess of them from here. Alright, are we ready to make a mess? I am. Your goal is to just kill all the bolt throwers. Go! Go, go, go! Attack, my minions! Strike at them with great vengeance and furious anger. Yes. Forward! Also, you know, warp lightning's fun. Let's do that. Like, right in the middle of them. Get the bastards! Get in there. Oh, for some reason my lord is all the way over there. I'm an idiot. I fucked that up, didn't I? Oops. So they're all tied up. Half their eye basically can't do anything, and the death runners are just going full-on blender over there. Yeah, I don't think their firing line's gonna match up to ours somehow.
Death runners!
Skaven leadership is gonna suck, yeah, because I forgot to deploy my lord like an idiot. It's gonna send these are all just a mess, so I'm gonna charge right into the middle of them. Once these clan rats get half health, I'll blow them up.
What orders?
Bear in mind, these guys can also fire while moving, so that's always a nice thing to have. Put that nice little buff in the middle of them there. You get over there, you useless bastard. You're ruining everything. The menace below right on top of them. This will still be a massacre. All of that stuff is just running away now. There's like one bolt thrower that's active. We need to get into that.
What orders?
Still not 100% sure how that concealment bomb actually works.
Let's kill!
Are you quite finished with the bullshit, eh? So I can maybe throw some warp lighting in the middle of that. And maybe warp bomb on here. Blow up the clan rats. Oh, devastating. Blew up 2 dwarf units with that. What a mess. That's just lovely, that is. You get in there. They are scattered and weak. If I'd had my lord present, I probably would have done a much better job of that, but hey, we all make mistakes. Feel free to post threads about how terrible I am, etc., etc. They are breaking hard. There we go. That went well. What I was surprised by is how squished the death runners are. So I need to bear that in mind in future. Maybe don't run those into really tough line units. Use them as more assassins.
The Underempire spreads.
That went alright. Oh, we can just pop on back and get some extra loot. Good, good. Ah, right, so we have our battle. That'll probably be the final one I do, the Rod of Corruption quest battle. And that means I can afford this tier 4 finally. And then tomorrow we can play with some Warp Lightning.
Don't think so.
And they do still have an army of swords, so we should probably keep chasing them down. Or we could probably fuck it up less this time.
Be gone.
Yeah, we should probably hit him again.
Destroy them all. Silent killer.
You aren't there again. What's to pick up there? Yeah, lumber. Looking good, looking good. Ah, another one of the ritual sites is up there. We'll have to grab that. That's where we'll head next, I think. Looks like it's a lizard men army.
Where's my doom racket? Deal with us, or fight us, but I will have my way.
Peace treaty? Haha, no! You're a bunch of arseholes, we're gonna eat you. Yes, yes we are. It's much more fun that way. Feel free to bring some heroes in, see how that goes for you, I'll kill them. We've got an assassin just waiting over there. Who would just love to get at you. Good, weaken them even more. Then we can go in and finish him off. That's nice.
Let the bells
Let's go at him. Oh, we got another ambush on them. We can execute this a little better this time. This time, don't get a bunch of shit killed that doesn't need to die. Same position. Oh god, they must hate this. It's actually not quite as bad for them. But we'll definitely charge them from the back with our rat ogres. That'll work pretty well. Just send them in with the death runners as well. Get the Lord in position and don't fuck it up this time, eh? Might not be a bad idea. Alright, is everybody here? Yes, we're all present and correct. Good. Also, look at that mana. This is gonna be good. And we'll just start right off with this maximum level Warp Lightning right in the fucking middle of them. We're gonna send Rat Ogres into their main force this time and send our melee units into the bolt throwers. And then as for these chumps, I can go and have them do some damage. More spells, yes. Every nasty thing we can possibly drop on them. Bear in mind, these guys can fire while moving. We're definitely going to take advantage of that. There we go, right into the middle of them. Charge from the back, charge from the front. Oh, that has got to suck for everybody concerned, really. Anyone see Warp Lightning? Kaboom! Yes. Oh, you're gonna engage my lord. That's gutsy of you. I don't think it'll go very well, but hey. This guy's just like, yeah, you wanna... You're kinda screwed, aren't you, mate? Yep. It's not going well for you. No, not at all. These guys are just... Sure. Why not? You go and kill them instead. What a mess. What a giant mess. I think we run them down this time, make sure they don't get away. And I'll tell you this. Skaven are pretty good for running down dwarves. I think anything is really good for running down dwarves, honestly, but hey. What's especially good at running down dwarves is rat ogres. Get him. Get him. Also, you know, putting a clan rat unit right in front of them to tie them down is always a good idea. Heh. Eat them. Eat them. Did I kill their lord? Who is fleeing? Oh, it's just the clan rats, okay. I actually didn't. Get back here, you bastards! Fucking dwarves. Get him. Don't... Ah, he's gonna get away. I mean, that might just count as complete annihilation, but I don't know. Kind of impressed that both of us actually did any damage at all, though, really. He's still alive. The problem is he's going to come back and he's going to be a pain in the ass. We have to get rid of him. Not going to have any of that. That sounds like fun. Let's get that.
Thief in the night. Hex attack.
Alright. Now you're screwed. You're dead. You're dead, okay? You're not coming back. He's... I don't actually know if he is dead. He didn't fall over.
Then die.
The terrifying mask of E. What the fuck is that? It's nice, though. We can wear it, and that causes fear and terror. So let's put on the terrifying mask of E. Which is an enchanted item. Yes, there we go. Speaking of, I have all of this stuff. You might as well have the Forbidden Rod. More Skaven Scorch, yeah. Do love big artillery-like spells. They're always fun. One more fight before we wrap the stream up. The question is, which fight? I'm thinking... Quest fight. That should be tough. So. Huh. Teleport not available? Oh. Different character stance, right. It's a lizard man force. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Also, bringing some menace below along with me, considering you default to 0 might be good.
Fight my brothers!
That doesn't look like a particularly scary army. Oh, there's an ancient stegodon in it. Okay, and those look like Blessed Saurus. Okay, this is way nastier than I thought. I have met these big, tough lizardmen armies before, and it is not fun. Also, this cutscene doesn't work. They need to fix that. Oh, there we go.
Paradise. Unblemished. Pure. It must be gifted the touch of pestilence. That the reptile things attack me for this is blasphemy. Lead me to the Crimson Skull so I make it powder and restore my rod of corruption. Yes, yes. Let us begin. Yes, yes.
Okay, expect bullshit reinforcements, because there probably will be. This is their current army. the Regulosaurus, the Stegodon is an artillery piece, and they have a Slan Mage Priest. Mostly otherwise skinks. Few Temple Guard. We have an artillery edge, which we should definitely make use of. Let's get things in groups.
Plague monks to me! Slingers!
Alright.
Ready! Agree, Reek!
Alright, we're already moving.
Die, die!
I fully expect to be ambushed by something. Is this the... Yeah, I don't think I've done this quest battle, but apparently it was streamed by the Total War devs, so... They're always full of little nasty surprises, so I want to keep an eye on that. What we'll probably try and do is bombard them with our artillery and then try and protect our flanks from whatever bullshit they decide to send our way. Which could be a problem if it's monsters, because we don't have a lot of spears. So that could be a problem. I guess we will find out.
Council's command!
We still very clearly do not have the range. Oh, okay. Coming in from the flank. What are they? Cold ones! Fuck. Right, not good, basically. Not good. There's some weird issues with the geometry and stuff there. We can bombard the hell out of them, but we're gonna have a messy fight with the cold ones. Best thing we can do is probably try and tie them down as they come, so that we only have to deal with a few of them at a time. And maybe get our skirmishers. There's a feral carnosaur in there, that's messy. Okay, so far so good on the bombardment. They're sort of fucking around a bit. So we can continue to do some pretty good damage to that. That's the concern that I've got, these feral cold ones. Without a lot of spears, these are going to be tricky to take down. Our plague monks might do a decent job of it. I guess we are about to find out. Yeah, those are like, oh god, this shit's about to get messy, innit? Like, yeah, you're right, it is. This is definitely about to get messy. That's nasty dinosaurs. Right, get him in there. Probably use the Liber Barbonicus on his big scary unit there. Debuff them as much as possible. Tie those down with another unit. Buff our guys up and do what we can. So far, so good. We just have to be ready to deal with these guys when they come in. Let's get that Mage Priest down, nice and quick. Well, that Carnosaur is really pissed. It's going to take a bit of work to bring him down. Dump a plague in the middle of those oncoming units. Which caused them a few problems here and there. Dump clan rat unit to slow these guys down. Oh god! That guy is just going crazy. This will certainly be a problem. I think we're probably going to need a leadership boost. Yeah, the plague monks are just getting decimated by that thing. It's like killing the mage priests seemed like a pretty good idea, but I'm not 100% sure exactly how to bring something like that down with what I have. Other than just zerg it. Which is my only strategy right now. I think it's... the Stegodon is taking no damage at all.
Plague cast.
It's gone crazy. The best thing we can do, I think, is try and kill that mage priest over there. Yeah, Liber Barbonicus is off cooldown in 10 seconds. I'll, that guy, those guys are, this guy's about to die. I'll Liber Barbonicus, their main guy, and then go after him. And that's probably the best shot we have at taking him. Seems like he's a bit more magic resistance than the last guys were. This is just a mess. We still have not... That Carnosaur is just unstoppable. We don't have the Storm Vermin. We would absolutely need to take that down. One of the best things I think we can currently do is use our Lord to try and kill that. Oh, and there's Croxagors in the mix as well, just to make matters even worse. I think they're running, though. We can put some artillery on the side of those Croxagors, that'll help. This fucking dinosaur. We're just not touching it. Get the Plague Monks in, surround it. Take it down. Oh, Sensor Bearer's got the shit beaten out of him. We almost have their Mage Priest.
Yes, no, no!
Got any more summons left? I think we're just out of mana in general. Retask to deal with those, and there's still a fucking Mage Priest up there. We've almost got him. He should go down momentarily. We could just dump some more clan rats in the mix as well to stop him getting away. Fat toady bastard. Get him. Get him. No, don't run away. Get him. We're not gonna let him get away. This dinosaur... Did we at least kill the Carnosaur? Please tell me we did that. Alright, there we go. GG. What a mess. Yeah, the Barbonicus did huge damage to those leaders. It's really dangerous. But we did take a lot of punishment in that fight. Without spears, without halberds, that's nasty. Thank fuck for our Plague Claws, I guess. You can see, like, the Plague Monks did nothing. They're great at killing infantry. They were absolutely worthless. Otherwise, I think they just don't have armor piercing. That's probably got a lot to do with it. Alright, that pretty much wraps today's stream up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. We got ourselves our Rod of Corruption. And that is Lord Skrulk's new melee weapon. I'm sure he'll be very happy with that. I think that's all of his gear, actually. Statement of the Plague Lord. I'll be back a little later tomorrow. I've got a CT scan in the morning, so 2 p.m. Eastern is the expected time. 2 p.m. And I'm going to run a vodcast for the stream for anyone that missed directly after the show. So if you're a subscriber, you can watch whenever you like. If not, you can either watch the vodcasts. I'll run another one tomorrow morning before I leave for the scan. So you guys will be able to grab that if you happen to be on a weird time zone. Otherwise, 2 p.m. Eastern, and the schedule, if you actually look below the Twitch window these days, the video window, there's actually a schedule down there now, so there's a little event extension which is going to tell you where everything is. Cool. I'm going to get some lunch and chill out a little bit. That was fun. Thank you very much for watching, very much appreciated, and vodcast to begin after the stream wraps up. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you are easily triggered, then you are part of the Skaven fuckhouse, so do be warned of this.
Welcome to my fuck house.